2 have been arrested over discovered arsenal and Nazi paraphernalia. Put it up, full mask. Here we go. The proud racist are here. Yesterday, we covered the arsenal of military weaponry and armor, including a machine gun and grenade launchers, along with, shockingly, Nazi paraphernalia found during a raid of a home in Washington state. So this is your update. The 2 arrested in retaliation to the raid were ex-military, according to prosecutors. Levi Austin Frakes and Charles Ethan Fields were arrested Monday night after their home in Lacey near Olympia, according to the criminal complaint. So 2 men arrested in Washington state with an arsenal that included dozens of guns, explosives, and also body armor. Along with the Nazi paraphernalia were former military members who attacked a soldier with a hammer while stealing gear from Joint Base Lewis-McChord. That was last weekend, investigators say. Levi and Charles were arrested Monday night at their home in Lacey, near Olympia. That's according to the criminal complaint filed Wednesday in the U.S. District Court. Federal court records did not list an attorney for either man. One of the defendants told investigators the pair had been stealing equipment from the base for the past 2 years to sell or trade, and agents found about $24,000 in cash at the home, wrote Special Agent Christopher J. Ragus of the Army Criminal Investigation Division. Washington State business license records show that Frakes and Fields have a company called Sovereign Solutions, which featured an SS logo with the letters separated by a lightning bolt. Its website advertises, quote, quality training and equipment for the modern war fighter, end quote, including marksmanship classes, as well as a t-shirt with the company logo and words, quote, professional war crime committer, end quote. According to the complaint, a soldier entered a building at the Army Ranger compound at Joint Base Lewis-McChord on Sunday night and found 2 men partially masked with a cluster of U.S. Army property around them. The soldier questioned them about what they were doing and told them to pull down their mask, which they did. A fight ensued, and one of the men brandished a hammer and struck the soldier in the head. The soldier continued to fight despite losing a large amount of blood and managed to get control of the hammer, at which point one of the men pulled a knife. The soldier then let him go, the complaint said. They had attempted to steal about $14,000 worth of body armor, ballistic helmets, and communications equipment Sunday, most of which they left behind when they dropped their rucksacks and they fled, the complaint states. The federal complaint charges them with robbery, assault, and theft of government property. They also face investigation on state charges of unlawful possession of incendiary devices, your explosives, short-barreled rifles, and a machine gun. Each was being held in the Thurston County Jail, $500,000 bail. Agents found rifles staged at the upstairs windows. A probable cause affidavit filed in Thurston County Superior Court said the federal complaint said agents, quote, observed numerous Nazi white supremacy memorabilia and also murals, the literature in which in every bedroom, and several stockpiles of weapons, also military equipment. Now, based on a lot of Republicans' understanding of the Constitution, unfortunately, you can't use the fact that these individuals have a stockpile of weapons as your probable cause to go see what the F is going on. You have to find other things. See, but if you could utilize that as your prerequisite, then you probably don't get to this problem. Some would say, well, it's not a problem, they got caught. No, they got caught this time. You see, the other stuff they've been stealing for this amount of time is out there in the hands of individuals who may do harm to another individual. So the damage is done. This just stopped the damage from continuing. All right, Jackson, thoughts here?
Now, outside of war-torn countries, America is like one of the only places that you see this type of stuff happen with any type of regularity. The gun violence, obviously our access to it, but these guys were completely out of their minds. And as we discuss all the time on this program, the culture is really a lot of what it not just what leads to this, but what makes people feel comfortable to do this at all. Feeling like they're standing up for their patriotism. Thousands of people stormed the Capitol January 6, 2020 over Donald Trump, over a game show host. That's the environment that we live in. So this is definitely going to continue to ramp up. And I'm really curious and nervous to see what goes down in a sense of like, is Trump, keeps all these trade wars going and his policies that are inevitably going to make things more expensive for people. I think that we're very likely to see a lot of riot, or at least a handful of riots. And white people gonna be out in the streets revolting because if they can't afford nothing. But it's just really a mess. It's just such a mess that we're in right now. And stories like this really just show what type of people are here.